The sage-level beast had just unleashed a roar that blew away 2 apocalyptic spells, and other than some heavy breathing, he didn't look any worse for wear. The other beasts weren't so lucky, and at least 2 of them were clearly dead, their bodies having been smashed against the side of the mountain by the turbulent water. Realizing that the 2 spells were about to fall apart completely, John dove down, lifting his staff as he pulled together a spell he had found in an old book in the Shadow Tower library and adapted.
Earth-devouring flood serpent!
Able to sense John's approach, Kiralig turned to glare at him, a deep sense of wariness in the beast's expression. Opening his mouth to speak, the beast stopped as a massive wave surged up from the water that lay in the valley. Tons of rock and mud had been stripped from the nearby mountains and the valley floor under the apocalyptic flood's pressure, and all of that debris was gathering together, bound by mana as it rose into the air. Slowing his dive, John came to rest above the massive pillar of stone, mud, and water as it transformed. Heavy scales appeared in the undulating mess, and a wide serpent head formed under John's feet. 2 burning balls of magna ignited in the flood serpent's eyes, and its mouth opened, revealing mana-sharpened teeth made from stone. Though it didn't feel like that much of a threat to Kiralig, the 4 surviving beasts slowly backed up, their eyes fixed on the giant serpent that let out a gurgling hiss as if proclaiming its sovereignty. As the last remaining bits of the 2 apocalyptic water spells were drained into the serpent, what remained of the valley appeared. Apart from the hill where Kiralig stood, the rest of the valley had sunk by 10 feet and turned into a large lake. Any loose stone or dirt had been scraped away by the force of the waves, revealing sheer rock that looked smooth to the touch. The sides of the mountains were similarly scraped away, forming cliffs that rose 30 feet above the magically charged water. In the center of this new lake, the bear sage stood on his hind legs, his fur soaked and matted with dirt. Still, the filth that covered him did nothing to dampen his imposing presence. A low growl sounded from his throat, causing the 4 remaining beasts to freeze in place. One of the thorn bears and the vulture had been the 2 beasts killed by John's spells, and the remaining beasts clearly wanted nothing to do with John or the flood serpent he had created, but they feared Kiralig enough that they didn't try to escape.
I hate how you mages fight! Cowards! All of you! Stop hiding behind your spells and come fight me! You're an idiot if you think I'd do that. How about you give up your strength and fight me in a battle of wits? But don't worry, I'll come down there.
Lifting his staff as he spoke, John controlled the snake to strike down toward Kiralig, carrying him forward toward the sage beast. Kiralig lunged forward, bringing his massive paw down on the snake's head, hoping to crush the summoned creature in one blow. At the last moment, the serpent dodged to the side, bringing John out of range of the attack even as its speed increased, shooting past Kiralig and coiling around him.
Icicle storm!
Pulling up a wave of water from the lake, John transformed them into a dozen icicles that looked like short spears. Using his staff to control them, he launched them at the back of Kiralig's head, even as the flood serpent bit down on the remaining thorn bear. Bellowing in fear, the thorn bear tried to struggle free, but the flood serpent's hold was too strong. As the flood serpent swallowed the beast with a gulp, John could sense the rapidly swirling mud and stones grinding the thorn bear apart in the serpent's throat. Ice shattered against Kiralig's head, but the huge bear didn't even blink as he slapped down at the serpent, his paw driving through the giant snake's body and splashing into the lake below.